discretion is advised. Side Quest is a shit show.
Welcome back to Side Quest, everyone. It's episode 37. I am joined with my Friday night co-hosts, Alisteria, Arcturus, and Pentagast. As usual, the rules are over there, and the special attacks are there. All donations through Super Chats and Streamlabs are appreciated, as it keeps our treasury filled, so we can continue to entertain you week after week.
Okay, where is it?
What? What are you worrying about?
Oh, okay. Nice try, asshole. You learn one day, Hat. Do not invade my keep and sully my hats.
Who's this dumbass?
I really don't want to be here tonight
You
because
really have a
of
hard
this
time.
reason.
You just... I know you must be relying upon my distinctive facial hair to remember me, I assume. No,
Is this
no
the-
guesses, Asteria?
Is this the retarded Tin Man?
You're lucky you don't wear hats.
Do you have a heart?
No.
Oh, he is the Tin Man.
Okay.
No.
Do you have a brain?
Yes. Well
don't believe
guarded
you.
against hats. His hat in particular will
So,
not
Arcturus
be
is playing the role of the Tin Man, Pentagast is the Scarecrow, and I am the Lion, which makes Alisteria Dorothy. Welcome to the gangbang of Oz, Dorothy.
Oh,
Yep.
hello!
so
I never
long-
watched that movie thing where they heard from. I don't know how she sounds.
Maybe you're the Wicked Witch of the West after.
Is she pretty?
I mean,
Is she pretty?
I'd brown bag her, but I wouldn't say no.
What? Brown bag?
Yeah, I'd put a brown potato sack over.
Isn't that a rather old film? I mean, I suppose if they're dead, that only makes things easier for you.
She was hot in the new movies. She was played by Mila Kunis.
Oh. Can I be the Mila Kunis version then?
I guess.
Okay. Hello, I'm the Mila Kunis version of the witch.
Why are you going hello? Like that's
I don't know what they sound like.
That's what
I don't know
Glenda
rest
the
of
Good Witch says, not the
That's-
Wicked Witch of the West. She's more of a.
I always thought the Good Witch was like the Canadian people.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too. That's. But in our
I'll get
version,
you- wait,
Toto is a cat, not a dog. So you can be like, "I'll get you, my pretty, and your little pussy too."
my pretty. Why would I call someone else pretty when I'm the prettiest?
Perhaps you better stay buried on Pentagast.
Are you the
or
Are you the witch from Snow White now? I don't.
Wait, who?
Never. You know what? We're getting our folklore of the Earth realm crossed. Never cross the streams.
There's a lot of it to go over. I mean, I haven't had time to see all of those. I don't. I just. I mean, What do you want me to do? I mean, I can't watch all of the Earth's
Sure you can.
magical
You have to
things.
just make sure you don't have a life. Which you don't, Pentagast.
I have things to sell and people to con occasionally.
Don't you live like underneath the ground? Aren't you a mole person?
No. I lived in a cave for a while, a dirt cave for a while that I hollowed out, but that was just because
You or your hat.
What? What? My hat? It's
I
fine.
figured it out. You know, you're basically our version of a Pokemon. Instead of Parasect, you're Paragast.
Nobody,
you are a mole
nobody
person.
watching my show gets that joke, and if they do, I will kill them.
What is a Pokemon?
They're small demons they capture then train to fight each other for fun and profit.
They have.
In fiction, presumably.
Why on?
I think I started catching in the real world. What was that? Pokemon Go Fuck Yourself?
Are we supposed to be trying to contact these
Don't
demons?
say my line. Fuck off.
Just win with the title.
I'm pretty low energy tonight. Can we just like?
So am I. I haven't slept since Monday.
Can
Thanks to Paragast.
Can we like skip the picture this today? Can we just do? Can we just? Do
Don't you have like your package you have to slap on the in front of a camera today?
Oh yeah, I do have a package to open. I only have the one, so might as well get it over with. I think it's left over from last time. I just didn't realize I had more than I had last time.
Too many packages in your face?
Too many.
You kind of lose track of them?
Far too many. Shut
This package is strewn about all over the place.
a bunch
Like
of.
Belle Delphine's home. Too many packages.
All right, this one is from. If a cut purse tries to take it, turn them into a newt. From Morskar Peasant. So, Morskar Peasant, whoever you are. I have not seen a Morskar Peasant in the chat. Have any of you? Who is
No.
Morskar Peasant? Some peasant from Morskar sent this to me.
I thought they were too busy starving and only eating potato skins.
There's no point in tracking them down. They're already dead.
Probably died of the plague before I got around to opening this, so now they're sad.
They're having the last gasp right now. Just at least gratified that their short, meaningless life got you whatever that was.
It's got a bone to lock it.
You got a rucksack?
Yes, I could put all kinds of things in here. It's very nice. Look at that. Oh,
Suitable for a wizard, but
leather.
certainly not for anyone my stature.
Very nice, isn't it?
Yes.
And then you put that through the loop, and you put the bone in there, and it stops it from opening. Or is it a tooth? It looks like a tooth.
The most boning you'll get to do for a while.
That might be a tooth.
Yes, I think it's a tooth. But yes, it's very
Very
cool. Thank you, Morskar Peasant, random peasant from Morskar, for the nice purse. And this was also in the bag.
Oh, a camera lens?
Yes, for the for the black magic.
It's called Niconian. T6.
Yes. For the magic crystal, viewing crystal. Looks like a very nice basic zoom lens. Get it? Ah! Damn it. I lost the thing. It's a...
I still hear the hard skittering.
Well, it's a 50 millimeter with a 5.17 FF stop.
I don't know what that means.
It's because you are stupid.
You're stupid.
It sounds like gibberish, honestly.
Yeah. Stupid.
It's wizard shit. You wouldn't understand. It's magic. But anyway, yes, very nice. Very nice. Thank you. I will get some use out of that. Morskar Peasant sent that to me. Thank you. I'm going to put that back in there before I break it. Very nice. So anyway, thank you, Morskar Peasant, for the lovely gift of a viewing crystal and a purse. That's really nice. Thank you. I didn't even realize somebody got that for me. Morskar Peasant, everyone. Are they in the chat? Somebody tell me when Morskar Peasant shows up. Hopefully they watch this episode and see the happiness on my face.
I personally haven't spotted them, but someone got my slam on at Paragast. Yes. So that's nice.
Poe, tell Morskar Peasant thank you from the Necronook. Thank you from the Necronook. Go fuck yourself.
Is that your version of your little jingle? Is that your little commercial jingle?
I know, right? Like I should do infomercials.
Thank you from the Necronook.
That sounds like it's a little Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Did you just said thank you from the Negro Nook? Did you?
It's not that dark.
Arcturus, how come you cannot say the word necro? I don't understand why you can't say the word. You can't say the word necro. You say negro for some reason.
Look, if I say necro and you hear negro, that's on you.
No, you've said it before. You say necro, but it sounds like something else.
Negro.
You called me a necromancer.
Still not negro.
Yes, but that's what it sounds like.
Welcome to the N-word.
Because you can't say
Stop studying with Magog, everyone.
For some reason, you can't say necro. You have to say necromancer. He said that multiple times.
Negromancer.
No, that's my
that
black
sounds like
friend.
A slave owner.
No, that's your boy Pat.
Necro, no. But if you're trying to dissuade him, you might suggest it sounds a bit like someone who reanimates dead cats.
Now, I do say my favorite Negromancer is that Magog of Morskar. He's got the best slaves I've ever found.
You realize that's talking about us, Alistaria.
Yeah, I'm talking about just undead slaves, right?
You have to do a much more proper Southern accent to be a plantation owner. You have to sound more like a. Well, I do declare, Mr. Beauregard.
Yeah, you sound like you're about to drive a truck with a toolbox.
You have to sound like Foghorn Leghorn if you want to sound like a plantation.
Now I do declare.
No, that's still too Southern. You're putting too much of a draw on the end. You have to be like, what I say, boy. What I say, boy. Let me tell you, boy.
Boy.
Now, what the hell is wrong with you, boy?
I don't have enough slaves, sir. I'm sorry.
Well, you have to pull.
I need to go talk to that Magog fella to get more slaves.
Or you have to pull like a Doc Holliday and be like, "I'll be your huckleberry. I haven't even begun to defile myself."
I guess I need to get more cultured Southern slave owners in the earth.
We are already.
It's like you've been doing right at that task.
We are going to get letters.
Such a distasteful concept. It's for lesser countries. We have serfs. It's so much better.
What are you talking about? Sarthos is full of slaves. Y'all haven't outlawed slavery. Morskar has.
Well, serfs are still better. I mean,
Sarthos constantly trades slaves with the Keshian Empire. What are you talking about?
Look, all of our people, they consent to being here. That's what my parents tell me.
Oh, don't even get me started on Avon Doom. Avon Doom has, like, top-tier nobility and aristocracy and servants. That's it. There's no middle class in Avon Doom. It's literally aristocracy, slaves. Aristocracy, slaves.
So if you're ever wondering why Alistaria constantly expects to be serviced, there you go.
I mean, it's not my fault that we have a bunch of slaves. It just happens to be like that. Hey, I'm a part of the system. I can't beat the system, okay?
We all live in a terrible world. You people need to understand that, okay? I have slaves. They're just of the undead variety, so they don't count as most people would consider slaves.
Yeah, as we ever know, undead aren't real people. Isn't that right, Poe?
No, they're former people.
Yeah, it's different. We're people. We're just we used to be.
You're
people.
subhuman.
It's a classification all of its own. Okay,
You're
we're
like
people,
your own
but
gender.
we're not because we're better than everyone. Because we can't die.
So you're saying
Again.
you're very special. I think we can all agree to that.
Well, the only thing that makes them slaves is the binding spell, but I forgot that on Poe, so he does whatever the fuck he wants. So he's freer than most undead. I can't believe I forgot the binding spell. If I had not forgotten the binding spell, Poe would be another brain-dead zombie doing my bidding. But now he's as free as anybody else.
He's just a normal brain dead zombie because he was like that before.
You're just a
So you're
normal
imply-
brain dead dumb broad.
Are you implying he spends time around you and the rest of us because he wants to?
Are you lonely, Poe?
Are we the closest thing you have
I'm never
to
alone.
family?
Especially when I'm in your room when you don't know I'm there.
Wait, what? Is that why I've been finding bird shit above my book drawer?
You do realize out of all the people on SideQuest, Alistaria, you're the closest to Morskar? Like where your chateau is in Avendoom, he's a stone's throw away from the Witchmoor. Like, even
Okay.
Lyra in Valimar, I think, is further away as the crow flies than you are. So I think you're the closest to the Necronook, and therefore Poe visits you the most often, whether you know it or not.
That's right. By the way,
I don't
clean
like-
your bathtub more often.
What?
But Poe,
What?
are you
Well, since
leaving
you're
bird
there, why
shit
don't you clean it
there?
for me instead of bitching about it?
I stole the bathwater and I sell it at the marketplace. Get your Alistaria bathwater. Get it here, folks, right here in Nightshade Village Market. Get your Alistaria bathwater.
Are you going to start running that through the merchant? Because if so, I want my shirt back there.
I'm just trying to get her a little extra cash because soon OnlyFans won't let her do what she does best.
Being pretty.
True. There's some. There's going to be a budget shortfall to account for.
Look, if you're gonna do this shit, okay, at least I want to cut, okay? I haven't seen that check come in.
Don't you get enough cuts on your arm after
That
writing
was
in your
me.
diary?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'll split the money with you as long as we become business partners and open up the World of Oth's very first hot topic.
The chat's very confused right now. The twist is that they don't know they're buying the bathwater. They're just dying of thirst.
No, some
Oh,
of them
probably thinks it's fun.
know exactly what they're buying from me. Seriously, I don't even have to lie. They can smell the poon in that water.
Did you say poon or poo? Because I do not poo in bathwater, okay? That is not dignified.
He said poon,
Oh,
for sure.
okay. That definitely gets in the bathwater. Or else what would be the point of taking a bath, right?
After Burrito night, it looks just like she's sitting in a sauna. No, sorry, jacuzzi. But we don't have those here.
The fuck you don't. I got a jacuzzi. Kind of. Well, what is a jacuzzi particularly? How do you define it?
Oh, basically, it seems to be like a washing tub, but with air pumped through it to make it bubble.
Yeah, but it has to be warm.
I
Yes,
presume...
warm, bubbling water to soothe your skin and muscles, right? Well, I have a rather large cauldron for that.
I thought you just got Rufus to breathe on whatever you're sitting on. Like, if
That's,
you happen...
that's too hot. That's way too hot.
Oh.
That's like spicy
I-
meme hot. You're at spicy meme hot. For the cauldron, you need to be at like spicy hot wing hot. Okay.
Typically, most people find boiling temps a little bit excessive.
So anyway, on the Morskar marketplace, you guys link below, you can find Alisteria's poon water. Official bottled by Pentagast Corporation. Collected
Finally,
by
more merchandise.
Poe and bottled by Pentagast Co.
It's just a distribution deal. It's nothing big.
That's right.
No.
Wink, wink. Nod, nod. Nice to see you, business partner.
Yes.
No. You don't go to him for distribution. He's a packer. I'm the distributor.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the commercial? Like, I do the commercials. I'm the marketing guy. See, Alisteria provides the product because it's her poon, right? It's her poon water. Poe collects it. Pentagast bottles it. And Arcturus distributes it. And as I do the marketing, you will soon see a commercial for Alisteria poon water. And it's going to go something kind of like this. I'm going to go. The best part of waking up is poon water in your cup.
And for the rest of us, it's a wacky prank.
No.
The fuck was that?
There's going to be like a mountain stream to indicate that Alisteria bathes in a natural mountain spring, but really we're just filling the bottles up in her bathtub.
I'm just like sitting in the bathtub the whole time doing my nails while you guys are just dunking the water out as I go. So it's just as fast as you're taking it out, you're dunking back water. I'm just like,
Yeah, and then
Yep.
we have product testers like Lyra, and she smells it and goes, "You need to queef more." This one's a little.
You know, there's quality assurance. This makes sense.
pussy particles in it. I think you need like she's like a wine tester. She's like, needs some more
Every now and
pubic
then,
hair.
Like
she'll drown a no minute, and just to see if it's smiling at the end.
Lyra sits there like she's like, this one has a woody head. It's full bodied, which means she must have completely submerged in the bath. And then FISA provides product security so that nobody steals our patent.
Yeah, our essential piece of equipment.
Like, she protects us from espionage. And the thief tries to commit espionage. Thief steals our overstock and sells it on the black market for double the price.
The thief is coming for your secret recipe, Alisteria. Be on guard.
You know, she could probably make her own poon water too.
Everybody, let's do the jingle. The best part of waking up is poon water in your cup.
Yeah, I tried running a jingle for your Necro Nook, and it wasn't appreciated.
Well, maybe you need to work on it. Maybe you need to add more poon water to your jingles. Have you thought about that?
Can you imagine Lyra sitting there with a cup of it and she's like, an October vintage. It's when she has her period.
Ew!
Just earthy with just a hint of sadness this time. Excellent, I tell
A
you.
fresh iron tang.
I changed like different like bathtub with different like wood, and it's like, oh, this is the cherry wood.
Yeah.
She has like rose petals floating on the water, and it's glacial water that we got Rufus to go melt with his fire breath up in Volgolth Mountains, right at the Mogworth Glacier. And he melts the glacier water, brings it back in large buckets. Alisteria bathes in it with like rose petals, and then Lyra does the product testing, and she's like, it's very nice. Yes, I can sense that she's on her menses.
Like a different color.
This is nothing but boob water. Like, this is the... Oh, do I
No,
Do I
no, we
taste
need
a hint of sad tears?
when I'm on my period, we need to we need to sell it to vampires specifically because we're an inclusive market.
Right.
Like, look,
That's the True Blood Poon Water.
Yes.
It's a separate, for the children of Ithaca.
right.
Right.
I did have a thought. I don't think we're going to break into I don't think we'll make much profits in Steepy Hollow, though. That market's locked down.
It is locked down in Steepy Hollow, but I have a way in. Carbonated Alistaria Poon Water. What do you think?
I'm sure the Americans would love it over in the Earth realm.
Carbonated.
That might have a chance.
Effervescent.
Effervescent, yes, it might have a chance.
It smells like sadness and bad poetry.
Existential terror from my perspective.
Yes, the sweet ambrosia of her milky white breasts dipping in the water of the Poon, which is a river in Avondum.
And
She made-
Alistaria breast milk
Avonpoon.
is sold separately, okay? It's not mixed in with the bath water.
Yes, you're from Avonpoon now.
Well, that's what we'll call it.
Avonpoon water.
Yes,
Sounds
it's
it sounds like a really good product. How long are we going to do this joke?
I don't know.
It's been way too long already.
I don't know. It seems to be your favorite joke of the night so far. So,
I am really milking it for as far as I
Milkies?
can go.
Alistaria milkies too. We want that in your fucking cereal cup after you have your cup of Poon water.
You fat fucking mommy milkers in my cereal. That's right. Just show them to me already, please. I'll stop talking about him, I swear. Anyway, we should read Super Chat. I hope Lyra's watching this. And finds
Me too.
and the thief. I hope they all caught this episode. Oh. All right. Let's have a look. We only have 2 super chats. Not a lot of activity tonight. Everybody's busy trying to find Poon water on the internet to buy. It's not available in the Earth realm yet.
If enough customer demand, the market must respond.
Right. We have Jim Adams gave 10 signals to say for the Poon Water Fund. Thank you, Jim Adams.
Please don't encourage them.
Let's do a Jim Adams special brew of Poon Water. Jim Adams Poon Water. Drink at your local pub. And we have Scruffy Knight, who gave 10 signals to say, an investment in the Poon Water Corporation. I believe in this company.
We're not even going to have any special attacks. We're just going to have people be like, yes, investment. Yes, I'll have a return in my investment.
Next season, we're going to do an attack card for you where you're forcing Poon Water down somebody's throat.
Poon water attack.
The Poon Water attack.
Rushing rapids.
It's like her vagina's like a king cobra. Just
As long as you could censor it, I don't know. I don't think my pussy would be very YouTube acceptable.
Look, it'll just be water splashing someone. They'll
Yeah.
never know where it came from. Well, they can't prove it anyway.
It'll be like that.
Why am I helping you all?
I feel like my pussy is just like splashing out water like a cobra.
Yeah, her vagina's like the Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park. Just blinds fat guys. just blinds fat guys with her poisonous spray.
It must be accompanied by the sound of a beach.
I just want to play the Jurassic Park theme on a kazoo now.
It gets like it's a hot day.
Red
You see it spritz down, man, because it's so hot.
I'm gonna do t-shirts coming on the Morskar merchant, so that's just gonna say "Got Poon."
I'm gonna wear t-shirts that say yes.
Does anybody want t-shirts that say "Got Poon"?
Get
I will do it. I'll fucking do it.
I think stickers would be better.
Just stickers, yeah. Got Poon. Nobody would wear that out in public, but I can do stickers. Maybe
Yeah, I think people would maybe put it on their computers.
Poon
I'm
is
getting
such a
queasy.
fun word to
I need
say.
to pace.
Maybe if you weren't dressed like the goddamn Michelin Man,
Yeah,
you
it
wouldn't
looks
be
like
fucking
you're.
passing out on street.
This is quality armor. I will not hear besmirching it. It is the finest Solothos can produce. And, of course, what was sent to me.
Is that suit made out of marshmallows?
Do you
No.
you look like a hunk of burning love.
Why are you wearing armor locked away in your own keep? Don't you think you'd be relatively safe there?
Is the hat erasing your memory of past events? Do you not remember why?
You're safe, aren't you?
It's sullied 2 additional hats since Monday.
What?
And furthermore, Magog, I blame you for this because I know I've nibbled that thing for these 3 different spike traps, and it just takes the spikes home as a souvenir when it seems to just come back to life. Did it apply to the hat too when you signed him?
Got Poon.
Is that going to be your response the whole night anytime he says something?
Apparently the hat got some.
That hat gets laid way more than Ark.
Yes.
Well, certainly it's been railed extensively.
You want to get rid of a hat, you can't use a spike trap, Arcturus. I tried to explain this to you. It has to be one of those spike traps that the walls also crush it with boiling acid and dragon's fire from above, so it can't escape. It's like a Lamed configuration.
A what
Air gas.
configuration? A lamb
Hat.
configuration?
Silence of the
gas.
Lambs configuration. Just
Take
put the
notes.
hat in a hole and tell it to put lotion on its brim.
I like to eat it with the nice Chianti.
Some fava beans and some poon water. Anyway,
Silence of the Poons.
Scruffy Knight gave another 2 signals, say 2 health for the source of the bath juice. Do you want to use it now, Alistaria?
Yes, please.
There you go. And finally, oh, that's it. Do we have any Streamlabs, Arcturus?
Why, yes, we have 2. First off, Lord Marshal Gex betrays us all by donating 50 signals to say, "Ho, time to nuke their asses!"
Well, that's like twice 50. 50 is like 2 activations. Yo, I'm gonna kill you when you least expect it. Twice.
All right, that's 2 special attacks. Thanks to Lord Marshal Gex. Thank you very much for the donation. It keeps our treasury filled. We really appreciate it. What else, Ark?
Indeed, I am thrilled. Brian then donated 20 signals to say, "I got here late." What? Health for everyone!
Ooh,
Ooh.
what do you
I would like to fill up too, please. Fill me up, Scotty,
I
Yes,
will fill you
as
up
well.
anytime you wish.
with poon juice.
There you go. Yep. It's coom juice from me. It's poon water from you.
That and probably some
Coom.
regret,
It's,
too.
it's coom and poon water.
It
Well-
sounds like baby language. Coom poom.
No,
Poomy
what-
poomy water.
Why couldn't it be Coom Spritz?
It's a coom deluge, if you're talking about me.
Lord
Uh,
McCoomer.
Okay. Well, I don't
Can we
know where to go with that now.
Lord McCumwad.
can we move on? Can we move on? Well, is that it, Ark? Ark?
That is, in fact, it. Yeah, that is the only 2 thus far.
Well, right towards the end there, Orla Seraph gave 10 signals to say, I have health for Arcturus.
Oh, most kind. Hold on, I think I have a snack for you around here somewhere. The hat doesn't seem to like these. It was used as bait. It didn't really work out very well.
I don't know what that was. A pig in a blanket? I don't know what you just threw.
Oh, no, the one that was dropped. You know what this is. Nose cut off to spite one's face. I
It's
don't
like
know.
a really
but
tiny wiener.
Thank you for that insight, Alice.
some people see what they want to see.
Why are you eating dicks on camera? This isn't OnlyFans.
OnlyFans isn't OnlyFans anymore. Anyway, so that is the end of Super Chats and Streamlabs. Thank you all again for donating. And since we have so many of them, and we didn't get around to too many of them last episode, we're going to move right into Picture This, honestly, now that we're done with our incredibly long-winded poon water joke. So, we're gonna open up Picture This and continue with the strange things found in flea markets, thrift stores, and Goodwills in the Earth realm. So, what do you guys think of that?
I think that you're obsessed with my poon water. And I think you want to merge your coon water with mine and make poon water and sell it off the extra black market.
We're gonna do Picture This now. I don't know what to say to that. You got me. I want to be so done. I want to be done. All right, we're going to start with this strange object found in a flea market. Speaking of coon water and poon water.
She's got legs for days.
And a laptop for some reason.
How can it press the keys?
She's making her OnlyFans.
That's the only question you have.
I mean,
I think this is one of those occasions where it's best not to ask questions about why.
Well, she is wearing.
What?
Those are ballerina slippers. So I'm guessing. I mean, you've heard of Black Swan, the movie, Natalie Portman. This is the XXX parody of that.
Is this the Pink Flamingos where like the drag queen eats the dog shit? Is this what it is?
Swan Lake, Flamingo Park.
Right?
You know, that looks. We assume it's a laptop. That could be a case of drugs, and that would explain a lot.
Right. His. We were talking about this earlier. It was an interesting pair of pants found. We were talking about the little demon Pokemon in there.
What's with that orange one's face?
I have no idea. I'm not a fan of this. However, I saved this image because the back end of the pants are quite interesting. It really shows off the curves of your butt. And these are women. These are women's pants, so I have verified that. Women's or hipster boy pants.
Gotta catch them all, I guess.
Some of these things are so stupid. We're gonna just blow through them.
Those are what they consider demons.
Yeah, it's a colorful world. Bet to guess it's not at all like ours. Here's an interesting item that was found, and it's $3.
Oh, it's a little fairy skeleton.
It's a dead fairy.
I didn't know they
I
had
like
those
where they're going with
around.
this.
Is that $3 or $300?
There's clearly 3. There are underscores and the arrows. I checked the prices carefully. Honestly, I want this one.
It's kind of
It
cool.
reminds me of people I used to know.
I would have that in the Necro Nook, honestly. I've been meaning to bone up on my skeleton fairies.
I could probably recreate that.
Is that what
With
happens?
actual fairies.
Is that what happens to them? Like, why did that happen? Did someone
They didn't
stop
preserve them very
believing?
well.
Did someone stop believing in them? Is that what happens? Did someone not think happy thoughts? What?
They screamed disbelief at it until it dissolved.
How many fairies have you met that they have happy thoughts?
I don't know what keeps them alive.
Fairies are assholes.
What keeps them alive is what keeps everyone else alive. Poon water.
Although they demand theirs from virgins because they're fancy.
Clearly, they didn't get enough.
Yes, Alistair is a virgin.
I am.
No, you're not. You're a pizza slut.
What's a pizza?
You know what a slut is, but you don't know what a pizza is.
Well, not all of us are cultured like you and the disgusting Earthrealm food. It looks like it's made out of human flesh.
People are saying, hold on, I've got to go back. People are saying this is Erlen. It might be, because we don't know where she went. She just disappeared one day.
Just disappeared.
Erlen
She
just-
might be in a thrift store somewhere in the Earth world.
Could be they tried to invade Earth solo, and this is the end of it.
So I entered to win I brought up virgins not because Alistaria is one. I entered to win the first space flight by Virgin. I want to go to
What?
space.
You can ride those in the Earth room?
Yeah, they're giving away 2 tickets on the first one. That's open to the public, so I want to go to space. I entered to win. It was like a contest.
Wait. Oh. Why does it tell on the bottom of the lid? Is it taking its shit? Oh, it is taking its shit.
There's a little poopy, yeah. So this is
I don't think
cat.
that's how cats shit. I think they shit in boxes full of sand.
I guess it's worth 30 signas.
This isn't The Price is Wrong.
Well, it just was fun to hypothetically on the other side.
Though there are a few of these that have prices that will blow your fucking mind. We'll get to them. Trust me. I guess this is some sort of cookie dish or some sort of candy dish. But when you pull off the lid, there's a little poopy and the cat's butt on the other side of the lid.
I feel like I would not want to eat anymore
With
if I just saw a cat's asshole shitting.
And the turds
It's a
coming out of
shrine
its
to
butt.
toxoplasmosis.
That's where you should keep the, what is that? The powder, the cocaine. That's what you should keep it in.
It's a cat shitting in a bowl. And then you put powder in it so it looks like a litter box.
Yes, it's a good idea.
Look at this cool lamp that somebody found at a thrift
It is
store.
pretty cool.
I want that.
It is.
A little hobbit
That is-
lamp.
Little fairy house.
So
Not
not
all of these are
are-
weird, okay? Not
Yeah.
all of these thrift store finds are weird. Some of them are kind of cool.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
Why does someone want to simulate an infestation?
That depends on the fairy. Technically, the Fae are a quite diverse race. The Fae, you know, woof. There's fairies and then there's the Dark Fae. Dark Fae are like succubus and harpies. There's a lot of different Fae. They're as diverse as nature can be because they're created by the goddess of nature.
Well, one thing I can tell you is that your raid doesn't work on them.
No, you need something stronger. Napalm.
Here's your snack, dumbass. Is that Poe? Is that what Poe used to look like with feathers?
Okay, die. All of you.
God damn it.
Death by cloaca again. Blech.
I refuse to let you watch me die this time. Screw you.
All right, we're alone. Look at me now. Look at me now. Yeah, that's right. I've got attacks for days. I got another one of these. I'm going to spring on them when they annoy me again. Anyway, how's everyone doing? Welcome to Side Quest, the show where I am the most smart and talented thing on the show, which is saying something. Alright? Anyway, I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you all go fuck yourself. Yep. Look at that. Lord Gex is here. Go fuck yourself. Yep. Yeah. Oh, and looks like the Judas Priest is here. Go fuck yourself. Marcin Johansson's here. Go fuck yourself. Brad Young's here. Go fuck yourself. And Jim Adams, go fuck yourself. Snoopy's here. Go fuck yourself. K-Shell's here. Go fuck yourself. That's right. Right Chapel's here. Go fuck yourself. Spawn Freak. You know what you can do. That's right. You can go fuck yourself. I'm just going to do this the first time. The next time I activate, I'm going to tell everyone to blow me. Because I like doing a variety of comedy. It's all different. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Anyway, Niska's here. Go fuck yourself, Niska. Oh, thanks for the donation yesterday. Still go fuck yourself. Oh, Thorn's here. Hello, Thorn. Blow me. Oh, shit, I was early. Sorry. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, everybody good? Dollar bill? Yeah. You can say farts all you want, but I'm still gonna tell you go fuck yourself. Alright, let's get back to it. Picture this. Better be more interesting shit than we've seen so far, though. You better make it interesting.
Look at my kitty. I got a kitty.
No one wants to see that. Get back in the bath.
Did you blow me prematurely, Poe?
She's gonna eat you, B. She's gonna eat you. What she's gonna do, Poe? She's gonna eat you for dinner.
Yeah, that pussy can try.
Oh.
Ain't no pussy locking me down. No, sure.
Can I introduce you in some poon water?
I don't buy what I make. I don't sample the product.
He's
It's
a dealer.
Lyra's job.
You never.
How are you gonna deal this if you don't have confidence and taste your own product? If you wouldn't buy it yourself, then why are you trying to sell it?
Get out of here with your dirty bath water, you fucking sperm.
Sperm?
Yeah, just came to my head.
You look more like a sperm than me.
Pentagast, since you like hats, this next one is for you.
You know, I'm
Mad
not
Yalk is
really,
back?
not really a fan. I don't quite. It's the nose. The nose throws it off.
The nose.
Wait a second.
When you have to
This-
rob a liquor store on Pride Day,
That. Okay, I didn't think of that. That's a good use.
it's a very good disguise because you can run out, join the crowd, and the police will lose you instantly.
Is this from one of those drag queen story times?
It perhaps could be. I have no idea.
Looks like a sleep paralysis demon.
Whatever this person was thinking, this guy who's wearing it didn't make it. He found it in a thrift store. All these are pictures found of things found in flea markets and thrift stores.
Was it inspired by teacups or something? I mean, what's with the things on the side of the head? They look like teacup handles or coffee cup
It
handles.
definitely looks like somebody who's been drinking way too much poon water.
Looks like Grandma was on a bender.
These are the lasting effects of poon water consumption. Yes.
All right, I have no idea if I could. I need to find out. This is. You remember way back in the day? Arcturus might remember this for sure. Way back in the day, we did a series of picture this of like knockoff toys, and a lot
Oh
of
yes,
them.
I remember. I enjoyed picking out the obvious plants.
Right, and there was a company called Obvious Plant that makes them on purpose. They make weird toys on purpose. That's kind of their thing. And they're kind of made to look like real toys so that people kind of do a double take, but they're an obvious plant. This one isn't an obvious plant, at least from what I can tell, but it sure feels like an obvious plant. It's the Avenging Narwhal playset, with 4 magical tusks and 3 adorable animals to impale.
This is beautiful and a great way to introduce your children to the cruel realities of nature.
It just reminds me, we should have had the thief on this episode because she didn't
She
believe
didn't know
narwhals were real.
narwhals were real. She didn't know narwhals were real.
They are very real, and they kill very cute animals. Even koalas, apparently.
What the fuck is a koala doing in the water? Like, why is a koala there? The penguin and the seal, I almost understand, but why is there a koala?
Good day, mate. Nice time to get impaled by a narwhal.
But as you can see, there's no obvious plant symbol. There's this company up in the corner. But I can't read it. I don't know what that says.
It's like acutrention? I don't know.
Accutrends?
Accoutrement.
Is that what that says?
Accoutrements.
It's like
That's my guess.
ACCOUTN something.
And quite right. I Don't see.
Somebody
obvious
needs to
plant anywhere on
Google
front
the
yet.
Avenging Narwhal and see if it's an obvious plant or something. Somebody Google the Avenging Narwhal and tell me what they find.
And if you can find one, look, that's going to grace anyone's desk or workspace proudly.
I know. I want to buy this for holiday gifts for my family. Just for them to go, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Apparently,
Aha.
it's just a thing.
Instruments.
You can get it off of eBay. And apparently, they do ones with Avenging Unicorn, too.
Oh, nice. I want the Avenging Unicorn. I need a picture of that. Well, apparently somebody found one in a thrift shop for $1.99.
I can send you the link.
I can't really do anything right now.
Oh, I see.
Yes. Send it to me anyway. I want to look. I'll save it.
I'll put it in our crystal group chat. Let's see.
Here's another one that feels like an obvious plant.
I really like to eat a child. Oh, he's cute. I'd let him eat my child.
I let him eat your child too.
It's from a company called Dragonfly Books. So it's not an obvious plant, but it's apparently... I'd really like to eat a child is an actual book.
Look, excellent warning if you happen to live near major waterways in certain
Yeah,
southern states.
I'm guessing it's some sort of book to teach kids alligators are dangerous and you should stay away from them. But in order to do that, they shouldn't make the alligator cute and approachable. Look at that alligator. Everybody wants to pet that alligator right there, right?
Don't just want to boop that snoot.
Look at that alligator. He's so sad he doesn't have a child to eat. The shit people find. Alright. There's an obvious joke with this next one, and I want to see which one of you get it. Which one of you is smart enough to understand this statue was found in a thrift store, and these people use it in their bathroom. Who's gonna get the obvious joke?
Bloodhound.
Ark! Ark got it! It's a bloodhound.
Ew. They should get like what are those dogs, like retrievers? For my poon juice. Serving it at the bathroom.
Oh, poon juice sounds just nasty. Poon water is better. It tests better with audiences.
Oh.
It tests better.
Okay.
It tests better with consumers. Poon juice just sounds gross. Okay.
Fine, get a golden retriever, the one of those water dogs, to give out a
golden
poon
retriever
water.
for poon water.
In your case, it's marginally healthier.
Pentagast, you're losing a touch. That was such an obvious joke. How did you let Ark beat you to it?
I don't know. I got preoccupied with the golden retriever and poon water thing.
It happens.
It threw me off.
I get preoccupied with Alasteria's poon too.
Huh.
Okay. I saved this one, not because it's anything weird or anything, but I think this image could end a long-standing internet debate. It is an original copy of a patent from the 1800s for toilet paper.
They found that at a thrift store?
Yeah. And its patent number is 4655588, and it's from 1891. And as you can clearly see, this is the way toilet paper is supposed to go on the roll. All right? Hopefully, this ends the internet debate on which way the toilet paper goes.
Clearly
on the roll.
shows the correct way, yes.
That is clearly the way it is
The
intended.
more you know.
From a patent from 1891. Come on, people. This has got
How
to
much
end.
is that patent worth? That has to be worth so much money.
It's just a copy. It's not the actual patent.
Still though, it has to be worth something.
It probably is
Yeah.
to some sort
The
of
war is
collector,
over.
But yeah, but I'm sorry. This is verifiable proof that this
That's
is
right.
the
Who's
way.
intentionally putting the other way around? Why would you scrape the paper off the wall like that?
There's been many arguments amongst spouses, I could imagine, in the Earth realm, where they're like, Wife, why do you put it the opposite direction? Why does it matter? Because it looks more aesthetically pleasing and it's easier to wipe myself.
It's more practical.
Lazy.
I'm gonna seriously clip this part of the show out and make it a video, so that hopefully it goes viral and ends this fucking debate. Because I have seen it on Twitter and other social media sites from the Earth Realm. People arguing which way the bog roll goes on the fucking holder. This is clear proof. Right here.
130 years of strife. We could have solved it.
130 years ago, they decided this is obviously the way toilet paper goes on the roll.
Yes.
All right. God damn it. Stop putting your toilet paper on backwards. Never thought I'd say those words. That is a cool find, though. That is a cool find, whoever found that. Another cool find, this person found this at a thrift shop and immediately put it in their shopping cart.
Ooh.
It's apparently a wood burning or laminated artwork on a piece of wood, but it's very old. It's some sort of original drawing from Lord of the Rings.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's actually a quality piece of art.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, better if it was beating the hobbits with a stick, but, that's not a reasonable expectation.
I mean, why this person was there buying children's potty books for their child, they saw this and just grabbed it and was like, oh, I've just got to have that. I'm sorry. I like reading the little stories, and some of them I save so that I can explain to you. Some of these things people find in flea markets, never just walk past something, especially if it's cheap, because you never know what sometimes they don't know what they have. And one of the stories I read was on this piece of artwork, and I don't know who the artist is. I can't remember his name, but apparently he did a lot of art that kind of inspired the cover art for a lot of Tolkien's work. As they reprinted the books throughout the ages, they've used this guy's art the most. And apparently this wood plaque with the laminated art is this person picked it up in the flea market for like $5 or $10 or something, and it's worth like $1,500.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Oh, there are way more. I should do a whole episode of like people finding like real expensive shit and not even knowing. Like this one woman, I read one article. One woman found a big-ass fake diamond ring, and she wore it for 30 years, thinking it was costume jewelry. It was a 23-carat diamond that she bought for 10 English pound, because she thought it was jewelry. So it got the nickname the Tenor, because she bought it for 10 quid. So it was nicknamed the Tenor Diamond, because somehow it was real, and it sold for like $2.83 million.
Christ.
But she walked
Well,
around.
stay tuned.
She walked around for 30 years with $2 million on her hand and didn't know it.
Antiques Trail Show.
I know, right? We should totally do an episode of like really expensive finds from stuff like some guy found like a Ming Dynasty up in his grandma's attic, and he just thought it was a vase, and then he took it to an appraiser thinking it was worth maybe a few $100 because it was porcelain. And the guy who appraised this shit, he fainted because it was worth like $10 million.
Oh.
It was a Ming Dynasty vase. He's like,
was he allowed to keep it?
He like walked in, was like, "Can you tell me how much this is worth?" And the guy behind the counter literally took one look at it and just fainted. And he was like, They had to call the men with the white gloves, and they were like, "Put it down. Stop putting your fingerprints on it." Like, stop touching it, you fucking asshole.
He had like an emergency. He calls in, and they'll just stop.
Yeah, they fucking
Stop.
It went
Stop
to
it
auction.
right there.
Yeah, and that Ming vase, it went to auction. It was just up in his grandma's attic for years, and then she died, and he was cleaning out the attic, and apparently it went at auction for $10 million.
Wow.
You'll never know. You never know what you're going to walk by in one of these stores and go, "Huh, that's interesting." I think somebody needs to contact the boys over at Gulf City for this one. It's a blue whale lamp to hang over your pool table, because it definitely looks like a pool bar, some sort of bar lamp.
Yeah.
It's a blue lamp whale.
That's cool.
That's much rather nice.
All hail Blue Whale.
Yeah, there it is.
It looks happy.
It definitely looks happy hanging up there, lit up like that. That's probably not worth 10 million, though. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't expect so. At least not to us. I mean, the blue whale cultists might be, at least some of them.
Right.
They can't afford it, but it would be worth it to them.
Some people like buying Christmas sweaters in the thrift store because some grandmas out there have come up with some interesting patterns. Well, this Christmas sweater had one of the more, I don't know, memorable patterns. And so this woman bought it because she just had to.
Oh, Star Wars.
Yeah.
I like how there's like Death Star nipples.
Speaking of jingle bells, how?
She's a charging her laser.
May the Force be without you. All right, I want you all to guess what this is. I love playing this game.
Salt and pepper shake?
Binoculars.
Salt and pepper shakers.
Alisteria did what I did when it was like a double take. At first, I thought they were salt and pepper shakers, but no, Ark was right. They are opera glasses, aka binoculars, so that you can sit up and watch the opera from the really high up seats.
Ah.
Yeah.
For the people of quality and just ludicrous wealth.
What's interesting about this story is the person bought them not knowing how old they were, and that the eye lens thingies around the top there were made of ivory.
Oh.
So it's actually they were quite worth something because it's made of old ivory from like 1820s or something, you know.
Very old then.
Yeah, they're pretty
even
old.
even the wheel in the middle looks like it's made out of ivory, possibly.
Yeah. This is not plastic. This is like, apparently it's real gold and ivory, and this person found it for like $10 and it wasn't worth millions, but it was definitely like, oh wow. You know, I think it went at auction for like $1,800, but that's still a hell of an investment for 10 fucking Cygnus, you know.
Yeah.
You know. Here's an
I would be
interesting.
opposed to using them.
Here's an interesting costume that somebody just found randomly at a thrift store.
Huh.
Perfect for any ritual sacrifice.
It has tarot cards on the dress.
Perfect for any ritual sacrifice.
Is this from Eyes Wide Shut?
I know, right? Like, seriously.
If they've been to Jinkai, that's what it reminds me
It looks like Queen Amidala, really.
Something,
It
yes.
Definitely looks like something from Jingai or
Yeah,
somewhere
very
in
exotic.
Kesh. Maybe
Yes.
Nisa Kesh.
Yeah, maybe. It's very, very exotic.
Very. It's pretty
That could
interesting.
easily be the key villain of any low-budget horror film.
It could be pretty cool. Like, if I'd found it and it was a decent price, I'd buy it even though I don't wear female clothing. I could find a use. I could find a woman
You would
to
just
wear
try
that.
it on and see if it felt nice.
Yeah, I could totally find a woman to fucking wear that shit. Here's an interesting chair.
Is that a grandma chair?
It has a candy drawer that
What?
slides out of it.
I wouldn't want to sit. I wouldn't want to eat the. Think about what smells have been drilled into those gummy bears.
Is that a rocking chair, too?
Yes.
I really do hope
It's
that
horrible.
that
Well,
seat isn't porous at all, because
that
in
looks-
that case, I have to go to Pentacast.
I'm guessing it
looks
wasn't originally built to hold candy.
No, I'm guessing sewing supplies. That would
Yeah, it
be
looks like
convenient.
it's a sewing chair, because a lot of sewing chairs will have compartments, or like you open them up, there'll be sewing supplies in there.
Either that, or it's a spy chair, and that's where you put spy things.
It could also be the homosexual chair where you put your gay lube and, you sniff stuff, makes your butthole.
Alistair is probably more right. It's probably a fucking sewing chair.
In this case, it's just like, oh, hello, little children. Would you like some ass candy?
This is where I put my poppers before I get butt plugged.
We'll do one more, and then we'll take a break for the super chats. Here is a baby doll. We always love when people find baby dolls in the thrift store.
Ugh.
No, we don't.
Rosemary's baby doll.
Apparently, this has not been altered. A toy company, I read the story on this, a toy company a long time ago decided to do an albino baby. In order to show kids that children born that look like this are not strange or anything. And this is an albino, like, look at the blonde hair and the albino eyes. Like, they did an albino baby.
They failed. If you want my opinion on it, they failed.
Do albino people have, like, no blackness in their eyes?
Yeah, it's a complete lack of pigment, even in the irises.
And the complete lack of emotion and
that's why they have like
face.
pink. That's why they have pink eyes sometimes, or whatever.
It's just the face of I
terrifying.
don't care what happens to you. It's terrifying. Yes,
That's still a terrifying baby. It's a
I
terrifying
understand
baby.
that doll could be very popular in certain areas of Africa as an ingredient.
I don't get it.
now
That's
we're
fine.
back to the book. I want to
That's too
speak to
dark.
small child. Now we're back to the alligator.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Look, you can use that as a talisman to ward away many, many things, I'm sure.
Anyway, let's look at super chats since we're at the bottom of the hour. We started picture this early because we have so many of them to go through. I don't have any super chats. So, are there any Streamlabs?
Well, yes, we have a 60 signet donation from Brian, who has announced a 3 health quick attack for each of you, except Poe, because fuck him.
Screw you, I still have a special attack.
Okay, makes a point there. So we all have an attack, but it's 3 points. All right, this should be interesting. This is going to be an interesting game.
Time to send you to an alternate dimension. Rape Land.
I made my sound files way too long. I need to shorten.
I hate
Indeed,
you.
a short
You're
one,
dead,
okay.
and you stink. Fuck you.
Ooh.
Just close your eyes
Ooh, I
and
saw
count
Goblin
till
Waifu.
dead.
And finally, Pentagast.
That's about enough out of you. Take this potion. Seriously.
There we
All
go.
of it. Even the glass. Choke on it.
Okay, we've all been activated, so choose your targets and go.
I choose Arcturus because I feel like out of everyone out of this group, he'd be less likely to invest in the poon water. So, Arcturus, you really need to widen your investments. There, that's my attack.
You need to widen your hole.
Your dad widens my hole.
Shut your...
Is that so she can get more poon water out? Would that make it more efficient?
It doesn't come
Yeah.
out of her, Pentagast. She
This
bathes.
is what a prime investor does. He thinks of ways of cutting corners and
Pentagast.
making easier process.
We have quotas to fill.
Pentagast, don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick
Face pussy balls instead.
stick to the lakes and rivers that you're used to.
Oh.
That was my attack to Pentagast.
Damn it. Ah.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Ah.
Don't go chasing poon waterfalls. Stick to the poon rivers and the lakes.
Poon rivers.
Magog.
Poon River. Well, that's
I-
actually a good jingle for you, Asteria. Notably,
Where
I
did
would
I
never
get
invest
fucking-
in you because I generally require a return on my investments. Although, if you want to kill me, that's fine. I'm key to the network. I am the person who opens the dam and lets it flood the market. And
Wait,
I
so
can
you're trying to
smell
sell your
fish
own
now.
poon juice? Is this what you're trying to sell me?
No.
You're opening up the floodgates yourself.
I'm guessing you were attacking Alistaria there.
That is correct.
Okay. Who's last?
I was just Magog. I'm going when we make it to the Earth realm. I'm getting you that albino baby. I'm going to give it to you.
None of us attacked somebody twice to kill them. We all attacked each other equally. You know that?
I wanted
Makes it more
to
interesting.
attack Paragast, but I'm afraid the hat will come off him if he falls again.
It's,
Sometimes it runs off when I'm dead. I know.
out of all the
Sorry.
attacks, mine was the funniest.
Look,
Yes.
this was the communist attacks. Okay, we all equally got fucked. Okay.
Right? There we go. Yeah, exactly. Goddamn dirty commie co-host. Hey, shit. That fucking mattered.
God damn it.
I wanted to finish what Brian couldn't start.
Oh. Oh, dead.
I think Octorus is drowning in poon water. Ugh.
Here we go. I finished the job. Thank you, Brian. It wasn't good enough. Well, who burped? Who burped? You're supposed to be dead. Was that just gas escaping from your corpse? Somebody better poo their pants next. Or I'm coming after you. That's right. Caught you. You fuck. I see you over there, Ark. Trying to play dead in your big fucking chair. What, are you trying to outdo Magog with a bigger chair, you dick? Now Magog's got to get a big chair. Like a bigger chair than yours. Like a throne. It reaches the ceiling. With the head of dead peasants spiked on top. That's right. Anyway, everybody here can go blow me. I promised I would do that, and I have. Blow me. That's right. I see you all there. Orla Sheriff, blow me. That's right. You never give me health. Granted, I can never die, so I guess that's understandable. All right. Anyway. Well, now what do we do? Still got like 30 seconds. Now, I hope everybody else is watching this, and I'm talking about the co-hosts. I really want Lyra to work for our poon water operation. Because I think she has a taste for it. You know, she has experience. Anyway, blow me. What do you want from me? I don't come prepared to side quest, okay? I just wing it. I wing it. Laugh, you fucks.
I was smelling something, and it smelled like the shit of a bad pun.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Thank the gods.
We're chasing waterfalls. How did that even pop into my head? I wasn't even a fan of that. Who was that? Was it Salt and Pepper
TLC.
or TLC? That was TLC.
Poon River was much classier.
Oh, man. It was still funny.
Are
Anyway,
you so gassy tonight?
Well, the class just went up a few notches there.
Well, look, I haven't slept for, what is it, how many days? I don't think I'm digesting things properly anymore.
look at this painting somebody found in a thrift store.
If a painting could scream, that is it.
Hey, guys!
Hey, you guys.
Bob Ross's acid trip.
I know, right?
It's the Sassy Quatch.
Look at that fucking thing. Yeah, but here's the thing. It's actually kind of adorable. I mean, we have some terrifying creatures here in Voth, so this doesn't scare me all that much in its original kind of, when you first glance at it. What makes it truly terrifying is the scale of this beast. Because if those mountains and trees are to scale, that's a big motherfucker.
Imagine the huge shit that it takes.
This is another Star Wars reference. Someone took an AT-AT and then just made a Little League mascot out of it.
Like, we've had quite a few, like, dragons killing people by just dropping turds as they fly, okay? That's a pretty common thing.
After the Empire fell, that whole bunch of AT-ATs lying around, nothing to do with them, and they had to do something. This one got turned into a Little League mascot.
That's good. I mean, scale-wise, that's larger than our dragons.
Yeah, quite much. Yeah, quite
much larger.
Yeah,
it's less of a face of like intimidating your enemies and more of a face of like he's constantly just stubbing his toes.
It's about the size of a mountain troll. People think mountain troll means they're trolls that live in the mountains. No. Here in Voth, mountain trolls are the size of mountains.
Yes.
Who came?
Pain in the ass. That said, that is absolutely definitely the Little League mascot of the Naboo Sasquatches.
It looks like a Wookiee on a Friday night, a Wookiee hooker on a Friday night. All bent over. I don't know. Just look at it.
Who is this marketed towards?
Serial killers.
That, it has a theme of reminding you that life could be worse.
Sometimes I save these images just because it's like, who did this and where are they committed now?
Why? Yeah, why? If it had a name, the lamp should be, as a theme, it should just be why.
It's the Silent Hill lamp, and I have the question. We got to stop guessing what was behind it and why somebody created it, and ask the better question of, if you saw it in a thrift store for like $5, would you buy it and put it in your house?
No.
That's the question.
But I would buy it and put it in someone else's house.
That's a good
Or
compromise.
if I was running a horror show, like let's say if I was in the Earth Realm and I had like a giant haunted house, I'd probably put it in that.
Yeah, we'll have to come up with some sort of Halloween theme for the picture this coming towards the Halloween in the Earth Realm. It lines up with our Vithika night here in Voth, but essentially the same premise. Magic runs awry and spirits are released, and there's the blood moon and people wear masks. There's masked balls everywhere and stuff, but yeah, I think if you were doing a haunted house, this would be a perfect piece to add.
I would pay to have it smuggled into Alistair's bedroom, placed just behind the headboard, just to ruin hot date night.
You know what would ruin hot date night? These shoes. Bitch, I don't care how hot you are, if you show up in shoes like that, I'm sorry. So
this is what happened to BoJack Horseman.
So I'm sorry. You show up in shoes like that, I'm gonna put peanut butter in your mouth so that you go.
If I'm not mistaken, that commemorates something from internet history.
Is it a sculpture or is it like an actual shoe?
I have no idea, but if it is an actual shoe, shame on you. Whoever made it. It might be a sculpture. Because there's not another one, so it's not a pair of shoes.
That's the one solace there. There's not a pair of them. It's just one.
Well, some sort of monument to derpiness. I mean, if it had a matching pair, wouldn't that lessen the message?
This is really cool. This is a cool one. We're going to cleanse our palate from the weird. This guy went to a thrift store and found a strange-looking wooden case. And he bought it. And when he bought it because when you open all the doors, it has these tiny little books.
Cute.
But what's really cool is the tiny little books are real books.
Oh, wow.
If they actually managed to fit the entire story in there, that's amazing.
A Christmas Carol, yeah. Like, if I'm guessing it's just an excerpt, because look at the size of the text. There's no way that is... I don't know, then there is 370 pages. It's on page 370. So it might be the whole... It might be the whole thing. I don't know.
This would make a fine prison library for Lyra's gnomes. Don't tell her that.
But look at... And apparently every single one of these books are actual books. They're all... It's a little mini library. That's gotta be worth some money.
I want it.
The guy paid like $50 for it.
I really want that.
Well, that has got to be worth some money. Come on. You don't put that kind of work and dedication into a little sculpture, little dollhouse-sized. I have no idea what the purpose is, but it's a tiny little library.
One of the books should have been Great Expectations.
If it had been War and Peace, one shelf would be just War and Peace. Yep. That is a fascinating find, though. That guy right there, he needs to look up how much that fucking thing is worth.
That's very interesting.
Yep. Here's an old TV a guy found. But it turns out it's not a TV. I mean, it is, but somebody had converted it to a bar.
That's pretty aesthetic.
You know,
Drink enough out of there, and you'll see pictures on the screen anyway.
I like this show. Can we watch this for a while?
Yeah, okay. I would just sit there and be like, somebody comes in and is like, what are you watching? The Booze Channel.
Yes.
That's a nice find, though. I like it when people take reclaimed junk, turn it into something interesting. Not something weird, like the Baby Doll Land. Something interesting.
Didn't someone do something like that with an old television that was an aquarium or something?
We've seen stuff like that, yeah.
I think I've seen that somewhere, yes. Still, it's very cool.
It just goes to show you how big their televisions were back then. Because, like, nowadays you can't do that because...
They're thin, right?
They're like this. You can't.
Yes.
Televisions have come a long way. Yes, sir.
Cool find. I like it.
Yeah, I like the bar. Here is a bed somebody found. They paid like $500 for. But it's probably worth way more. Because apparently after getting it appraised, it's hand-carved.
Wow.
Oh. That's pretty intricate.
Something tells me he could afford it, though.
Yeah, that's a...
Yeah, sounds.
just saying.
I suspect this one was not quite the bargain some of the others were.
No, he still paid like $500 for it, so it was still kind of pricey. But it's probably worth more than that because it's hand carved. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yes. I mean, imagine having.
What size is it, though?
I think it's a queen.
I have to say the engraving looks a bit like an Eldritch Orgy, though. I'm not sure if it's going to have high demand.
It's not what I would want, but I'm still trying to figure out how to top.
I mean, if you had like a tropical theme in your bedroom, Joe would
that would fit like a mother. That probably would fit really well in like a Miami
or
hotel.
A Shrine to the Old Ones theme.
Maybe.
A really sleazy casino.
Like a really sleazy, like a real
Eldritch
sleazy.
Love Hotel.
Here's an interesting find from my thrift store.
Oh, no.
I'm waiting with Intessa.
Patience.
I'm a real transvestite.
I'm just a sweet transvestite from
transsexual
Transylvania. I don't like it though. As much as I enjoy Tim Curry's work,
it's pretty ugly.
this doll is not Like, look at the legs compared to the arms. Like,
Looks like it's made from Barbie legs.
and then a wrestling toy's upper torso.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's so odd. It's so odd proportion. The head is
Strictly
like,
speaking, we should just be grateful it's not anatomically correct.
right. I suppose so, but at the same time, it's a little unnerving that he has anorexic chicken legs. Like, he skipped leg day way too often. All right.
Yes. Clearly.
They should have used the stretch Armstrong.
Here's an interesting find for the bathroom.
Hey, one of those is not correctly put on there.
Indeed, one of them is wrong.
Then again, it's not made for that. That's how the people have decided to use it. This
It
is
depends
just,
on how it's oriented to the wall.
it is
Then
Where
the
the-
people are wrong.
it is
This is
quite
the-
literally a steel sculpture.
This is the potty helper, Dino.
That big fucking thing takes up too much space to just put toilet paper on. I'm sorry. Like, is that the best thing
How-
you come up with the use for that fucking thing?
How big is your bathroom?
At least string some lights around it, uses a Christmas tree.
I know. I don't think it's as big as you think it does, but it does take up more room than a traditional toilet paper roll. I mean, look at the tail. But, I mean, you could tell that's the floor. So it's probably the size of, like, a dog. It's not...
I don't know why, I just see that decorated for Christmas.
You could definitely... It's made of metal, so you can decorate it how you want. Yeah.
Why? I mean, if you're going to use it for toilet paper, why put them on the hands so low to the floor? Put them up on the end of the tail.
Here's a find that ended up becoming worth more than they paid for it. Believe it or not, these little fucking things are worth some money.
Oh, I know those.
They are the monsters from where the wild things are.
Indeed.
They're cute.
That's
a full set, isn't it?
Yep, that's the whole
Those
set.
are nice.
Outside of Max, they're missing Max.
Yes.
Well, they finally ate him, that's all.
Yeah, they finally munched on his ass. They finally got him. This person found a very interesting thing at a flea market and decided to repurpose it as a bed table, a bedside stand. But it's an interesting use of what she found. She decided to convert this. These are,
Oh, they're like little lockers, right?
yeah, they're like little safety deposit boxes that have combinations instead of keys. So you can reprogram them with different combinations every time somebody purchases a box. And apparently it was ripped out of a bank or something and sold in a store. Somebody bought it and repurposed it.
I think they use those in some of
I choose to imagine they stole the whole thing.
their post offices as well, I believe.
It might be post office box instead of a... I'm just saying, in general, it's that
It's still
sort of
interesting.
thing. Yeah.
Yes.
To me, it kind of looks like the card catalog drawers in a library, but they have combination locks on them, so that doesn't make sense. You know,
I find it inspiring.
Very
I would
secure
happily
library.
display that one.
I just like to watch people I like it when people refurbish things into something interesting, like the TV we saw. Now, here's an interesting find at an open air flea market. This next few we're doing are from the same open air flea market, and this was the first thing the person snapped that was for sale. Now, I've heard about the fireworks in the Earth realm, but I had no idea. I had no idea.
Was this in Texas?
Oh, probably somewhere around there, but it's called the Red Gremlin. And, yeah, apparently it is a real bomb. It just doesn't have the explosive in it anymore. But somebody kept the casing. Maybe back
Again,
in
I find that inspiring. I'd happily display that.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody on a military base back in, like, Vietnam or something just walked off the base with it, I guess. Just kept it, and then somebody came across it and decorated it or whatever, but yeah, there's a bomb for sale. I don't know if it's World War II or Vietnam or what, but it's a bomb. It's a fucking
I
bomb.
bet it's a bitch to ship.
Yeah. You see something like that, you better have a truck with you, I guess.
Yeah.
Just don't put it in the toolbox.
Right? Let me check and make sure we have enough pictures, because I'm hoping we do. Where am I at? The bomb, right? Oh, we got tons. We got tons left. Okay. We still got so many. I really want to get on. Here's a perfect sign that somebody found at the open air flea market. Would any of you purchase this?
I mean, that looks like something you would hang.
Oh, I definitely buy that.
I shall leave it to the people who will appreciate it.
Well.
I wonder how much it's worth. Looks like literally they just bought a plank of wood and just painted Hornytown Road.
Right, but if it is a real sign, that's awesome. That there's a Hornytown Road somewhere in America.
Look, put it on a post, stick it in the ground somewhere, and suddenly it's a real sign.
I mean, yeah, they're not made of anything special. So, I mean...
I think it would have been...
And then you can rip it back out and pretend you stole it.
It would have been funnier if they'd wrote Hornytown Lane.
Hornytown Grove.
Yeah.
I just know
Plaza.
that sign is not pointing to OnlyFans. The town of OnlyFans. This is no longer. This road never.
That's where you take a right.
This
Yeah,
road
left at
no longer
Hornytown.
travels to OnlyFans.
If it was pointing to anyone here, I would assume it to actually say Hot Dog Hall.
We should do custom road signs. And just sell them at a flea market, and people would buy the fuck out of them. We should do like
Penis Bay.
Pen is mightier lane.
Booby.
But it's
Crunchy Road.
We should do one that just says boobs.
No, Boobs Circle.
Yeah. I want to do a town called Saggy Tit. Population 8,008.
I thought that was a pub like near the Bryan area called Saggy Tit.
That's definitely a pub name. We should definitely have a pub. Some sort of tavern called Saggy Tit. Welcome to the Saggy Tit. Why isn't it two tits? It's just the one tit that's saggy. The other one's like... There's a tavern down the way for rich people, and that one's called the Perky Tit. All right. This sign isn't for sale. It was just seen at this flea market, and just somebody decided to snap a picture of it. This is not a sign that's for sale. This is a sign that was seen at an open air flea market, and I want to just take a moment and discuss. Okay, ready?
And now accepting Bitcoins and livestock trade. Somehow, I think those two things don't necessarily collide all the time.
All right, a lot of people judge the cryptocurrency thing, and I completely understand because I don't understand a lot of it. It's funny money to me. That being said, a lot of people try to delegitimize Bitcoin and other crypto. But once crypto is being accepted, along with livestock, at an open-air farmer's flea market in the middle of Iowa, it's not going anywhere, folks. All right, let me just say that once the bumfuck farmers start accepting Bitcoin, it's not going anywhere.
Just raises the question, like how many head of cattle is a Bitcoin worth? How many, what are the exchange rates?
Well, cattle depends on the price of the cattle, but I mean,
It sounds like a lot.
one Bitcoin is like $30,000, so you can get a lot of head of cattle for that.
That's a lot of cattle.
Yes, it is.
I wonder if
One
something
really big
awful,
cattle.
Or
I wonder if
chickens.
some awful forums still think they're Dunning-Krugerrands.
Nobody knows what a Krugerrand is except for me. Arcturus, your jokes are too highbrow. You need to bring it down. This is side quest.
Is
do you
that
think-
like the old ladies that like dating young men?
No,
That market is saturated.
Arcturus, do you think you have diplomatic immunity or something? What's wrong with you?
Krugerrands are a type of money. No, those were they were Krugerrands, weren't they? In Lethal Weapon 2.
So
Yes.
it's not
Yeah.
cougar ants, right? Where you're like
No, it's not Cougar Aunts. It's Krugerrands.
Yes.
They're
Okay.
they're a type of money that can be exchanged, and they're like bonds, They're untraceable bonds. Basically, whoever's holding them owns them. And they're usually worth quite a bit because they're gold. Was it Krugerrands in Lethal Weapon 2?
Yes.
I thought it was a big thing of money, because didn't they blow up the shipping container and all the money fell out?
Yeah, they were, yeah.
But it was money and Krugerrands, wasn't it?
They drove the car out of it to get out.
Right.
That's how they escaped.
Yeah, because I remember the end of that movie with Danny
And
Glover.
then he dropped.
He's like, diplomatic immunity, and he's like, boom, it blows him away anyway.
Yes,
like,
it's just been revoked.
Yeah, it's just been revoked. That was Krugerrands, but I also thought it was large pallets of money.
Yeah.
So I was right. We were both right.
Yes, we're both right.
Okay.
I enjoyed that.
Just wanted to make sure. I got my Lethal Weapons right up here. There's 4 of the fucking things. So
I know.
And a TV show now, apparently. So
Really?
Yeah, there was a TV show, but I only watched like a few episodes because it's all new. It's like a reboot. There's all different actors. And
I was not aware.
And then the one actor left that played Riggs, so they had to bring in a new guy, and he wasn't even called Riggs because they couldn't just swap actors, so they swapped characters as well.
Huh.
I don't know. It's got one of the Wayans brothers, I think. It's one of the Wayans brothers plays the "I'm too old for this shit" character.
Riggs?
No, that was Murtaugh. Murtaugh and Riggs. Riggs was the hotshot, young, suicidal.
Oh,
Murtaugh was the black
Riggs
guy.
and Wartaw.
Riggs and Murtaugh.
Well, they can use those.
I have no idea
So
what
bad.
you guys are talking about.
Watch Lethal
I'm
Weapon.
just gonna do my nails while you guys talk about movies I'm not familiar with.
I found a sign for you. I'll take the Horny Town sign. Alisteria needs this one. This one.
Asylum for the Insane. Evaluation Center for Disturbed. I think that's for every woman on side quest, to be honest.
There was a time when a sane asylum were filled with women who were basically having really bad period, you know.
Apparently, it was called hysteria, and they had this sort of plague that went through and caused women's. Apparently, the wombs got loose and started rattling around inside them. It sounded quite painful, and surely would drive just about anyone insane. I'm sure, both the patient and anyone who had to put up with them.
Yeah.
If someone owns a restaurant, they should just put that over above the women's bathroom.
Right? It's asylum for the insane.
Yeah.
You're saying in the Earth realm that there was a condition known as loose womb disorder or something?
Hysteria.
They just called it hysteria, but it was basically doctors believing that women's wombs became loose and they drove them crazy. Which is ridiculous. Even we live in a barbaric world filled with dragons, magic, and monsters, and I don't even believe that bullshit.
Apparently believe that ovaries and wombs got angry and just started, I don't know, trying to beat their way out.
Yeah, just
Our wombs do try to attack us every, once a month, so.
here's another.
So I suppose you can see why they'd be confused.
Here's another fascinating thing that was for sale in the open air flea market in Iowa.
Is that a aircraft?
Some sort of personal rocket ship. Was this a yard sale at the Venture Brothers complex? Is that?
Hell of a prop, I suppose.
I don't
I want to know if it flies. I don't think.
I don't trust it.
I don't know if it flies.
Look, if that thing works at all, you hop in there, you press a button, and suddenly you're either back in time or in a parallel universe.
I would take
exploded.
I would take it and I would just use it as a really cool bar at my man cave.
I would fill it with Doge.
Wait, hold on. Isn't that a cryptocurrency?
I would fill this with Dogecoin and send it
I would fill this with actual dogs and send them to space so they can make their own space realm known as
As
Doge.
reports, this is
Doge
apparently
in
a rocket
space.
car, so boom it is.
Yeah, I think it's a rocket car. I think it was meant to try to break a land speed record or something, or at least someone was attempting to.
It's not Sputnik.
No.
So when you say Doge to the moon,
I mean,
just
I heard that Sputnik wasn't that well constructed.
No,
Good.
no, it wasn't. And it had a ridiculous name. Sputnik did go to space, though, people. It was the first thing in space. It wasn't the first purpose. All right, here's an interesting find at the open-air flea market in Iowa. Vintage, man. Fucking vintage.
that's neat, I guess.
I
On
want
one
to...
hand, probably has historical value. On the other hand, there's a small chance those pages are crunchy.
So how many of those stick together?
I want to read the articles. Okay, funny story. I have some things from the Earth realm that are antiques. I have some interesting things. I have a flintlock pistol that doesn't work, and the thief can't have it. It's mine. I have some old coinage, like Roman coins. I even have a Spanish doubloon. But one of the more interesting things is I have two copies of a 1960s Playboy. And the reason I got them was not because of the 1960s women in them who didn't know how to shave between their legs, because it was the 60s. I bought them because, believe it or not, Playboy at first was the only magazine that would publish Ian Fleming. And I bought two 60s Playboys that had the Ian Fleming James Bond stories in them.
Interesting.
So I have two Playboys with Ian Fleming's James Bond in them. Because at that time, James Bond was a bit raunchy, because he was always like super secret spy, sleeping with women and shit. You know? So nobody would publish him, you know?
I didn't know that's where it started. Interesting.
Either that or Ian Fleming sold the rights for anybody to publish his stories or something. I don't know, because the James Bond films were coming out by the 60s, so I mean...
Wait, so James Bond used to be a really lewd literature? It used to be porn.
I wouldn't call it porn, but it wasn't considered. It wasn't considered general audience literature either.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah. I have Playboys with Ian Fleming, James Bond in them. That's pretty cool. It's the only reason I bought them, because I mean, why buy Playboys from the '60s? Who gives a shit, right? Like with the internet now. Who the fuck looks at a magazine for
Are you
boobs?
feeling attacked by all the commentary about bushes in the chat?
Yes, the 60s when Bush ruled the world, and I'm not talking about the president. Here's an interesting find. The Rosie O'Donnell, Barbie's best friend doll.
Ew, burn it.
Friend of Barbie.
Because apparently, at one time, everybody thought that Barbie should have a best friend who's a celebrity. And out of all the celebrities, Mattel chose
A fat lesbian.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Donald. Didn't they disappear in some sort of scandal? I can't seem to recall the details.
Yeah, she comes with an activity zone.
They're such a beautiful lesbian couple. Like, Barbie's the perfect lipstick lesbian.
Apparently she's doing some sort of jokes and talk show tips for you to encourage young girls to become talk show hosts or something.
Wait, Rosie O'Donnell was funny?
That's hard to answer. It was
Comes
a
with an
different
edible
time.
rug.
It was a different time. I do believe Rosie O'Donnell did have a show, and she was trying to, I don't know, be kind of like Oprah, like a daytime, kind of The View type of thing. I don't remember it because I didn't fucking watch it. But I'm pretty sure that was really happened. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I have no idea, honestly. That's the first I've ever seen of such a thing.
Right. But just the idea that Rosie O'Donnell became a Barbie doll.
You know, when people say Barbie, you know, is the emphasis of realistic body standards, so they make this thing instead.
Right.
Now, being made into a doll shaves off 60 pounds.
This was found at the outdoor flea market in Iowa. I don't think it's official. I think somebody just made it. Because I don't think that's official merchandise for YouTube. But apparently you could buy YouTube earrings, and one of them says you, and the other says tube.
I don't even think the influencers would wear something like that.
It's a
It's a little too gaudy.
It's a little gay. Just saying. And I'm on YouTube, so that's...
These have all been from Iowa.
I know
Iowa
that-
must be a very strange place.
I've just been saying Iowa. I have no idea where this open air flea market really is. I read through it, but I've forgotten already. I have no idea where it really is. I've just been saying Iowa because of all the corn.
I'm just, strange. YouTube earrings, Playboys, rocket cars. I mean, what's next?
Vomit clock is next.
No.
You're kidding me.
No.
It's actually called a vomit clock. I'm going to wait for that to sink in. Chat, do you know what a vomit clock is?
It has all the peak times for a bulimic to vomit. Okay, this is when mom and dad are asleep between 10 and 11 o'clock.
I'm going to wait for the chat to catch up. I'm going to wait before I reveal the vomit clock.
Wouldn't that be more of a bulimia clock?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. That's when you're bulimic, you
You
vomit.
Well, there's two versions, but one of them is considered an actual medical condition, while the other one's considered more of a mental fad.
True.
Like anorexia is considered a fad. Bulimia is like an actual condition, like a mental. At least that's what they thought. Nowadays, I think they just kind of fucking consider it the same thing.
The longer you draw this out, the more my mind tries to envision a vomit clock, and it's starting
It's
to
hard,
terrify
right?
me.
Okay, so
I'm just expecting that the cuckoo on this one must be horrifying.
yeah, people
No.
are already saying in the chat they don't. It's a puke clock.
No.
According to Thorn Midnight, it's a puke clock. This is a vomit clock, everyone. I'm sure it's. I have no idea if this is a real thing, but that's what it's called.
Ah,
Ugh.
ugh, ah, no. 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 I don't.
That's
Ugh.
Mm.
Are you actually gagging?
Mhm. Oh, God.
Um,
Oh, God.
You can see the chunks of fruit.
I don't. No.
Wait, someone actually puke in this clock?
Yeah,
I
it's like a container.
Oh.
You can see the edges of the container.
I think you're gonna make one of your co-hosts make a second vomit clock.
I can't look up.
why does it look like it has teeth in it?
It does
No.
look like it has teeth in it.
That's what disturbed me. I thought they were teeth.
It shouldn't be possible to smell an image in yet.
Yes.
Why would you create this?
To smuggle into someone else's house, I presume.
Oh.
Yeah, you can tell it's some sort of container filled with stuff because the molding of the container's design doesn't match what's inside of it. So you can see it's some sort of vessel. Like,
I mean, I don't think it's actual vomit because I feel like if
No.
the stomach acid would corrode it over
yeah,
time.
it's just called a vomit clock, but apparently it's some sort of. It's just a bunch of fruit and shit chopped up and preserved inside this giant glass vomit clock.
The preservation process failed.
Yeah, it doesn't look good at all.
That was horrible.
I'm going to show you the far away image one last time. There it is.
Okay. Yeah.
That's it right there. That's the vomit
No,
clock.
thank you.
This is
No,
what you
thank
throw
you.
at someone's door at the end of a messy divorce.
All right, I want you all
Yeah.
to look at this picture. Look at it. This was found at a flea market,
Why would you sell someone's family photo?
right? Well,
Why
there
are
is.
they making those faces?
Here's the thing. You're probably asking yourself, why, oh why, Magog, did you save this image? There's nothing interesting about it. There's nothing, outside the weird faces they're making. So why did you save this image? Anybody want to guess why?
It looks like they're from the cast from Stranger Things.
They kind of do. Definitely has early 90s or 80s vibe.
Macaulay Culkin?
No? I don't think so.
I have no idea.
There's a reason I saved this. It's from 1986, apparently. It's a vintage photograph from 1986. That's all it says. The reason I saved this image, so we can talk about it, is the price tag.
What?
Well, what?
$6,000?
That's the sort of novelty price you put on something you don't actually intend to sell.
And why would you put this? Why would you put the price tag? If it's worth $6,000, why would you put it on the photo with no frame?
Exactly. I'm trying to figure it out. My only conclusion is somebody miswrote that, and it was supposed to be, I don't know, $6.27, but it's supposed to be in, like, booth number 613 or something. I don't know.
Maybe some exotic currency, not the U.S. currency. It's like 636 krongle bongles.
No, I'm pretty sure that
Zimbabwean dollars?
someone's just insane and wants that much money for that photo because they think it's worth that much.
It's a vintage 1986 photo, which literally can be found almost anywhere, because it's not a photo of anybody special. It's a photo of these two fucking kids, probably brothers. But they want $6,000 for it. For some reason, they want
My
6,
family
000.
photo is worth at least $6,000.
6,100. Did that guy? Did the older brother grow up to like save the president's life or something? I don't fucking know.
I'm guessing they just want to make everyone think that they own something actually worth that.
And the photo's damaged. Look at that fucking.
It is damaged, yes.
Yes, I mean.
I choose to believe he has a chip stuck in his head.
It does look like that. It looks like he has a Frito-Lay right
No,
there jammed in his fucking forehead.
My brain immediately went to it's one of the teeth from the vomit clock stuck in his forehead. So,
All right. Don't let the wheelchair distract you. This is not why this is not why I saved the image.
Oh, I know someone who'd really want to see that.
I'm guessing the coffee table is the reason this wheelchair exists.
It's the right height.
Boy, somebody came out like 4 o'clock in the morning all groggy in their bathrobe and accidentally took a kneecap out or something.
That's what you put, like you sneak into someone's house in the middle of the night and then leave that stuff in place of their furniture.
Yeah.
That's what you do with it.
I saw that episode of Saw. I saw that Saw movie. Here's a funny find. Alistaria. When we gonna get another booby dance?
Probably not for a while. Looks like she's excited for it, though. Wait, is this made out of, like, cotton?
I successfully priced myself out of the market, and I'm okay with that.
Hand-sewn pasties with tassels. Just a random find.
The tassels on that just look terribly tentacly.
Hey, Grandma, can you hand sew me some tassels, please?
Speaking of grandma hand-sewing things.
I find that relatable.
I think people can relate to this one, especially, and it's a timeless message.
It is timeless. It is. It's like Mark Twain said this. I like how it's like got the gold frame and it's all pretty, like it's supposed to say like "Welcome home" or "Home sweet home" or something, and it just says, "If I can hear you chew, I have fantasized about your death."
I would hang that in my kitchen.
I would too. And all those YouTubers that do like ASMR chewing sounds and shit. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Honestly, this would be a welcome. Many people would have this as an avatar on any given their web calls.
So apparently, Bambi's mother was not shot and killed by hunters. She was tranquilized with a dart. Bambi ran off alone to live in the woods, and Bambi's mom was then taken, apparently, to Atlantic City to work as a hooker until her untimely death many years after Bambi actually thought.
If you think this is bad, you should meet his half-brothers.
What's so odd is that it's really well done, though. Like, it's not all hodgepodged on like some of the taxidermy photos we've seen on Picture This.
Yeah.
This is, somebody took time. Somebody took fucking time with this motherfucker.
Wait, no, that's a boy deer.
Yeah,
It's got antlers. The
That's,
trans deer.
But I wanted to do.
Well, it looks like they're real, but they're actually part of a beret.
Right, yeah. She wants to be a boy.
that's the part that disturbs me. Like, you can see the care and the attention to detail that went into that. Someone cared about making
Somebody
that look
cared
that way.
quite a bit.
Perhaps there's a dovetailing the skill sets of makeup artist and taxidermist.
Pendergast really likes it.
This came from one of his estate sales, didn't it?
I'm sorry.
Somebody needs to buy that and then send it to Nicolas Cage, because like, I think he would love it. I think honestly he would.
Oh, that's funny.
I found some nice shoes for Alistaria to wear next time she has to go to the ball.
No, please, no,
Oh.
please, no.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. I don't think that's a
Well,
real thing.
at least it's some sort of toy fish.
Yeah, it's not real.
If I maybe go to the disco revival.
No, I don't think there's anything that would stop you from putting a real fish in there. All right, I
You
want
could
to.
die really fast.
I'm gonna zoom in on this, and we're gonna start with the price. The price is $139.95
That's a rodent taxidermy, isn't it?
for a T-anyone mouse serving arsenic.
Oh my god, the eyes!
I like it.
I do too.
Look at the
Arsenic
detail.
Mouse doesn't want to die alone.
No, he doesn't. I think, like the famous black and white movie, Citizen Kane, this mouse drinks the arsenic, and then as he drops the glass cup to the floor, he says, "Feed your head." Someone out there is going to get that joke.
I will watch the chat rigorously for confirmation.
Somebody's got to get that joke. Nobody? Nobody on stream got that joke.
I got it.
No.
Rosebud. Yeah.
No, the feed
No?
your head part, not the rosebud
Oh,
part.
no. Oh, no. I didn't-
Everybody knows Citizen Kane Rosebud. You don't know Feed Your Head.
No.
I thought that was White Rabbit.
But that's not White Rabbit. You're close. White Rabbit didn't say that, though. Dormouse did.
Oh,
Okay, look, someone just said, remember the Dormouse said, so I assume between that and Ask Alice, that
Yes.
they must have.
Remember what the Dormouse said.
Oh, yeah, that song, yeah. It took me a second. Yeah, now I get it,
Chasing
yeah.
rabbits.
yes, I was thinking of the song for some.
But that's
song
what the
name,
Dormouse
sorry.
said in Alice in Wonderland.
I know.
Feed your head.
I'd buy it.
It's an interesting piece with the little arsenic bottle. They even got a little green goo coming out of it into the cup. But for $139, I don't know if I'd buy it for $139.
I don't know about that either.
I don't know about
I
that.
suppose it depends on exactly how much you feel it resonates with one's death wish.
Speaking of rabbits, here's a rabbit doll that was found, and we'll end the show with this.
Ugh.
No.
Ugh, no.
So if anyone wants to know what it would look like if it took a furry bent,
It's terrifying, isn't it?
we are down here.
This is a I don't think they meant to. This is obviously just a child's doll. It's supposed to look cute. But there's something really off-putting about the way that rabbit looks at me right now. Sorry. terrifying.
Why are you being loud?
All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming by SideQuest. I hope we had a good time. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, vomit clock.
No.
No.
Don't forget the
No.
best part of waking up.
Is vomit clock in your cup?
No.
Now the Necro Nook.
You ruined it. I had one last poon water in me.
So, from my research, apparently wearing black means that you're either tempting the devil or are the devil. I don't think I'm your devil, but I'm willing to give it a try.